The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Green Bay Packers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 70 yards. And the Packers have struck first in this NFC title game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at the 34. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. A About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Blue 32. Red, yellow. Hey, check.
Glove. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Hey, go for
Love now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Red, cycle. Ready,
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game. So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. 13 yards on the play. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. 1st and 10.
Love wants to shift things around.
Drill, black shot. Black drill.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. 17 at the 23-yard line.
Clock, mega, 50, green. Ready?
Here's Love. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. He's up north of 100 yards receiving now in this NFC Championship game. And it's a 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Watch out, blaster. 6. Down. 6.
Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Mayfield. This goes out wide from Mixon. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 43, here's second down and 7.
And again, it's Mayfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it second down and 11. To throw, Mayfield. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Third and long.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Devontae Wyatt
Providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a fourth and long. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. And now Love going to change things up.
Slide through. Red, cycle. Smack, red. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Love. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Black, 96. Mega. Fury. Blue striker. Put.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
45. What?
Again, it's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
43 rail.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. McManus now for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score. Packers 21. Buccaneers 3. Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
White. Red, 30. Hey, go Fury. Ready.
Following the interception, Love. And that is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend the red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Yep, red, cycle. Steel, black. Needle, 6, mega. Set.
Love looking to throw it. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Matthew Golden, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead.
Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Brendan McManus kicking off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selecting.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
22, black shot. Down. Yellow, 43. Check Fury. Ready?
Now Love. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Ready?
Love, he's going to change the play here.
Green jack. Slide through. Fury. Blaster. 6. Ready?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Love. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Not liking the look, they'll change the play.
Smash, red, blue striker.
Working out of the gun. Love.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Let's go now. 50, green. Claws. Claws red. Strike. Check. Set. Go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Black shot.
First down.
Set.
Throwing. Love. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Buccaneers 3. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
It's a gain of 7.
Throwing, Mayfield.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Mayfield now. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Buccaneers 6. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking middle, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
And the Buccaneer 1st down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Point it right.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's Mayfield. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, that went out wide and intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Point it right. Good. 180. What's up?
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. An audible here to get a new look. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Bucs try it on 4th down to come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound, and the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Black 40.
Love from the gun.
Now this thrown deep for Kraft.
And this is caught. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Ready.
Well, Love wants to shift things around.
45. White. Set.
Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Down. Drill.
And now an audible here into something else.
Hut.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go. Black.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Drill green. Red. 38.
Touchdown, Packers! Tucker Kraft saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
It's 2nd down.
Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, alert 33. Good. 180. Done.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
20.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
42, Buccaneers 13. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Come on, set.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
2nd and 14.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Set. Ready. Red 38. Clock. Red. Cycle. Check. Smash.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Pause. Red.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
45. White. Set. Hut.
Here's Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And Love is going to slide down and pick up the 1st. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
A gain of 15.
To throw, Mayfield.
Buccaneers.
Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's it. Buccaneers. 1st down.
They'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Packers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
2nd and 10.
Set back. Green jack, yellow, 22. Black ultra. Edo blue. Slice blue. Set.
Out of his end zone. Love. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
A gain on the play. And a first down. A gain on the play. First down, Tampa Bay.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Open man is Ibuka.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Emeka Egbuka.
27 yards.
And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now down to 20.
Buccaneers 22. Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready. Blue, 32.